Good morning, everyone. I wanted to do a quick video this morning to document how everything looks here mid-August. It has been quite a year. We have all kinds of stuff happening. Lots of amazing things have happened. A few not as amazing things have happened, but when you get this far in the year, you kind of take it for granted. And I wanted to just take it all in. So, good morning. This is Charlotte. It is August the 13th. I just wanted to document everything. If barking dogs bother you, well, you need to turn on the captions because they'll probably bark. That's our biggest mess. Oh, my thunderhead pine, our pine called Fozzie, did not do well while I was gone to Vermont. We transplanted it this spring because, well, it got too big for the spot, and sometimes things don't go well. But everything else has grown like crazy. I'm gonna turn around here. Whoa, you can hardly see. I can hardly see. I'm gonna step on these other things. So we've got the big cannas from my friend Tyler Peabody, the giant elephant ears that I got in Florida when I was with my friend Alicia Wilkerson. I've got my pots full of sedum, and then those $1 geraniums there at the bottom. So this summer, or I guess last fall, we got a new pool liner, and it has just been beautiful. We're so happy with it. It's my little flower tower. I'll scan around here. You'll see, wow, it's thick and lush. I'm gonna walk over here to show you one thing. Our daylilies have finished, and most things back here are finished. I wanted to document, before I do that, look at the hardy geraniums. I'm getting some more of those for a new space. But we've got these vanilla strawberry. There are 3 vanilla strawberry panicle hydrangeas back here by our weeping cherry tree, which is huge. I think I'm going to move at least 2 of those, and move one of them really forward because it's not as good as it could be. The weeping Atlas cedar is doing well. Down here, we're trying to do some stuff down here. Hasn't totally taken off yet. Hopefully by next summer, we'll have more hosta down there and different things. But you'll see, we've got a lot going on. Even some little black-eyed Susans back there. All our 4 o'clocks. So coming around here, four o'clocks, and it's in the morning now, so they're not going to be up. But I put these hosta back here, underplanted with a little sage. They're blooming. That's going well. You can see that the coneflowers were outrageous. There's a little lime punch in the middle there. I think I'm going to move that because it's getting squashed. This double doozy spirea is incredible. I'm really liking that Cat's Pajamas Nepeta right there. It's adding a little spice coming through here. So we've got some Jazzberry Supertunias. I've got some celosia. We've got that blue in there. It's really going well. Oh, good. So you'll see the passion flower arch is looking great. Look at all the passion flowers on it. They're everywhere. I'm so glad we came out this morning to see them. It's going really well. Coming around here. The Vitex is still, it's big, and it's still putting some blooms on. We've got some obedient plant that's blooming by my carousel horse. Behind the obedient plant, there's some mallow. You'll see all the, back here we've got all kinds of hydrangeas. The Jazz Hands Loropetalum looks outstanding. And then look at the banana trees, they're huge. Got oleander here. We're gonna go through the arch into this area, some lamb's ear. The smoke bush, I took out, there were some cartwheels that I had hanging up in there, and you can tell where they were, and I took them out because I want the smoke bush to just fill in. But boy, it's growing. The little lime punch is getting some color. That one's really nice. Coming back around here, our firelight hydrangea is finished and it's brown. I see those, I was gonna say Arctic Fire, but they're not Arctic Fire dogwoods. They're something that turns yellow. So you can see things are a little smashed and all different sorts of things. There's a Grand Cascade butterfly bush back there. I think I'm gonna move this little lime punch that's right in front of me. So it's crushing the butterfly bush. The big excitement of the summer was the Angelica right here that's now dead. Hopefully it was part of its growth cycle. I don't know. It may have gotten overwatered when I was gone. Look at those banana trees. But that's okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to cut it back because I want to see if it'll reseed itself. The sedum in here is huge. I cut back a ton of yarrow that finished. Sedum's sort of splitting in the middle as it got so big. Maybe next year I should cut it back. All right, along this rainbow daylily line, I cut those back a little bit before I went to Vermont. We have some hardy hibiscus back there, but all in all, look at that banana tree, it's beautiful. In the back, I planted, well, you can't see them from here. I planted some baby hydrangeas that hopefully will get big next year. The oleander's really blooming. Coming around here. Oh, this is so good. I'm so happy that you'll get to see this. Oh, the hardy hibiscus. Aren't the blooms beautiful? Each bloom blooms for a day. Here we go. Here's some more. Look at that huge thing. That's one of my favorites. This color, it's just intense. Look at that thing. Isn't that just magical? So back here we had some coneflowers and some black-eyed Susans that are done. More black-eyed Susans. Some pink pillar. Rose of Sharon. Our crepe myrtle bush. And up this way, it's looking a little bleak, but these butterfly bushes I just deadheaded, so they should start again. But look at that. The Rose of Sharon has gone crazy. Isn't that unbelievable? It's huge. So I'm gonna come by our little bed here. We're gonna come out and watch those are Feather Falls grasses. And then some aloe in a pot. White mandibula. But we were gonna come out and watch the meteor shower last night, but alas, when we came out, it was too cloudy. So, look at this Rose of Sharon. Isn't that unbelievable? It is so huge. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. The sedum's doing great. You know, milkweed, not the most attractive garden plant, and I guess that milkweed's gotten too much water. But I have been seeing monarchs, so we must be doing something right. Our containers this year have done so well. Look at them. And this has been the surprise of the summer. I put all of our dahlias into this water trough here at the back of the corner of the yard. And we've just left them to their own devices because it seemed like further out was too sunny. Trying to see if we can get a good glimpse of these. But holy moly, having the dahlias in this and whatever this light is, they have performed beautifully. And I was thinking of moving them but to a more prominent spot, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. And these are going to be hard to see because they're so big. But look at that. The pink cashmere verbena and the truffle pink gomphrena have just been awesome. That's jazzberry that we see with it. I've got some dark sweet potato vine because the dark doesn't seem to take over quite so much as the light, as you can see. There's the light. But those containers, the gomphrena and the superbena, are the winners. And the jazzberry's doing great. And it's funny, some things seeded themselves. See those little petunias there? Those aren't an actual kind. They just came, I guess they came from the seeds. We've got a little bit of the black and blue salvia there that's been being visited by hummingbirds. I love seeing all the hummingbirds. But somebody called the garden a chaos garden, and I suppose in a way it is. But it's going well. And this morning we don't have as many butterflies out yet. We have had so much rain. It's a wonder they haven't gotten washed away. But the swallowtails are amazing this year. Look at that. So, psst, psst. Hey. Yeah, Betsy got her hair done yesterday, and maybe they had put some grooming products on her she didn't like. But all of these, Wicked Witch Coleus, stuff does great. I'm not sure what Coleus that is. It's got some dahlia in there. But look at this. Oh, all of these. The poor little caladiums are barely peeking out. The Coleus is on fire. Now we have some caladiums back here. Here's some more coleus. I mean, that is crazy. I think that's apple brandy, that big one there. We have Everglow in here too. I guess it could be Everglow. Whatever it is, it's beautiful. Okay. So this is the backyard for right now. Maybe just at 15 minutes, so I could probably keep going a little bit. I'm gonna come up here, let you see. Those are more of my $1 plants right there. $1 mandibula. And this little shrimpy, look at this salvia. That's shrimp colored. Isn't that so cute? It comes back from seeds every year. And look at the bougainvillea next to the peaches. Our peach crop is out of control. We've got some aloe right here that I put in pots, Diva, a little pot of sedum, but coming back around, all the containers. It's pretty amazing. But look at all the peaches, and they're really tasty. I even gave somebody one the other day and they were like, you know, this is pretty tasty. Look at that, Rose of Sharon blooming like crazy. We had to redo our foxes here because they fell over. Their bench finally bit the dust. I made the bench like 10 years ago and it finally bit the dust. So they got a new seat. Whoa. We redid this. There is some agapanthus. What is that? A queen fern? I'll think of it in a minute. But the kind of fern that has upright fronds, it overwintered outside, an agapanthus. Look at how well Kathy Hicks gave me these two trees. They are coral bark Japanese maples when my dad passed away, and they are doing fantastic. I'm gonna come back here. Oh, there's Tiny the Jack Russell. Look at these. I'll have to look back at them because you can't see them. They're so huge. Look at that. The Fats Hedra is doing great. But those are our elephant ears. Look how huge. I love those things when they get that big. All right, coming around here, we have hostas, Japanese maples, some ivy, rhododendron. But this is one of the masterpieces of the summer. Look at that. Hasn't that gone well? I got a little bowl of succulents and I took them out and stuck them in here and they have just done great. So I'm gonna come around here, which is hard to see. We have some cleome, the height of my head. I've got my little, see, we've got some elephant ears, our little fish swimming about. So over here, that big Sum and Substance hosta. All this stuff has grown like crazy. Here's this little bed. I just moved a pot out from the front of that. It's Waverly. But, Wavy, what you think, girl? Everything has grown like crazy. Look at the hydrangeas. I know, incredible. So coming back around here, we've got a bunch of mulch to put out. That Japanese maple is just crazy. I'm not gonna go that way right now. I will give you a quick glimpse of this new bed we did over here. there's so much to come down there, but that bed has done great. Oh, I should say, I'm using my Grow Right raised garden beds to get things going. But coming down the path, look at the lime lights. And then over here, you can see the Cleome. But back over here at the lime lights, little lime, some Cleome, some lantana that I stuck in there, the big sugar tip, Rose of Sharon. The front has really done pretty well. I took out most of the Cleome here. Look at that hardy hibiscus. Isn't it beautiful? I love that color. But this has pretty much taken care of itself this year. I put in a few petunias, but we haven't been fertilizing. It's just had to survive or not. These containers really done pretty well for the heat of the summer and things. Oh, I want to show you this. I got this wind chime when I was just in Vermont. It's really neat. I hope you can see it. It was made in India, I think, by these women that make these things. And when you get them, see what a nice sound it has? When you get them, it helps support these ladies and their families. So I was excited to have that. Let me show you our front door stuff. So this has been a really good year for, those are macho ferns. And then next to the macho ferns, we have, I don't know how many years ago I put those together for the winter, but they're their dwarf Alberta spruce, underplanted with heuchera and variegated ivy, and that has done great. And really, that wreath, I think I got from Front Gate, and that little door hanger thing I got off of Etsy. And as you can see, I've had them since before Easter, and they're still looking good, so that's been a win. Our little bluegrass players are still in here. I left the Cleome up to try to shade my heuchera right there, because I want that heuchera to survive, and sometimes in the heat of the summer it's a lot. So I left the Cleome up right here to shade it. But this has all gone well. There is an amethyst, pugster amethyst butterfly bush. We've got a swallowtail on there. I have trouble with the pugster butterfly bushes. I don't know, maybe we just water them too much. This one has done the best where it's far away and I can't overwater it. I love that little dwarf Alberta spruce. It was in our pots some years ago, and look at how well it's growing and doing well. So the Love Shack, we've had, I cut out some peach trees that grew from the roots there. We've had a little trouble with our Carolina Sweetheart red bud that's in the water trough this year. It keeps blowing over, and Freddie keeps coming and propping it back up. I hope it'll survive, but we're at least gonna try to keep it up until this fall where we can move it. But underneath it, we have the Encore azaleas, and they are blooming a little bit yet again. These things are the best. I love these Encores. They put on a huge show in the spring and fall. All right, we're gonna try to go down here because we're at 25 minutes. So this bed down here has been a real shocker because we have had like unbelievable amounts of rain recently, so you just have to bear with us. I don't know why the color looks so weird on here right now, but we just put this bed in last fall with extra plants, and it was quite something. I had put this, I'm gonna try to find a good angle for it, this fruit cocktail tree in. It's got 5 different fruits: nectarines, apricots, peach, plum, I'm forgetting one, doesn't matter. But look how huge that thing's gotten. This spring I added a peach tree to each side, so hopefully it would help it get pollinated. But we put a few new daylilies in this spring. But Freddie had given us puffer fish hydrangeas for our wedding last summer. They have done great. We've got some autumn joy sedum, outstanding. We have some, oh, the rosemary's blooming. Let's see if I can get in here to show you the blooms on the rosemary. This rosemary had been in pots, but they're great big now.